morning, everybody. Merry Christmas Eve. I was locked down yesterday due to the icy roads. I mean, sheets of ice. You probably watched it on YouTube, TikTok, Seattle. We didn't, I don't think, had it as bad as Seattle itself did, but I didn't go out to find out. So I decided, because it was like an ice skating rink, it was just a sheer ice. The cars were enclosed in ice, sealed in ice. It was nuts. So I stayed home, and boy, did I get a lot done. So I'm going to start with, I got a lot to share, so sit back and relax. My plans have changed. My son and his family are coming home from Florida. Their flight, of course, got canceled. The airport was shut down yesterday, so they will be coming home late tomorrow, and we're celebrating on Monday, and I'm fine. I'm going to Margaret's tonight, and it's just, he feels so bad. He's very worried about me, but I have survived a lot worse on Christmas 5 years ago, but I'm not going to go down that. Where I just called it the Christmas that never was, because we didn't even decorate. That's when my nightmare started. So, and now I'm happy. So I'm just going to go with that. Okay. Anyway, I got these from Peachy Keen Digitals, and I did these little penguins. Aren't they cute? So I did this one in aqua. And the dye I used two different dyes. So if you ever need good nesting dice, go to this store on Alley. They're very good, Surprise Creations, and this one is the one I use here for that jagged look, torn look. And then the oval dice, they're a mess, but they're in there. Here, I'm really liking these zipper pockets I found for free at the school. Somebody was getting rid of them. I wish I'd gotten more. I gotta find more of those. Anywho, they work great for keeping your dies in. So there's that. And this one's from Waffle Flower, but nesting oval dies. And I made use of this new pack I got. I need to order the other one. My Creative Time has this, matches her other pack. I've got the papers. I'm trying to be organized, but we'll see. So these go together. I have the other color wave of this, and I need to get that matches as well. Just saying. Okay. So anyway, and then this, it's from a 6x6. Isn't that cute, though? And then all my Creative Time wishing you a Merry Christmas. I just mass-produced that using... Oh, good. What did I do with that? I started this before, and I decided I didn't like where my video was going. I don't want to get into, I don't know, my whole story yet. This is a happy time of year. And 5 years ago was the worst Christmas of my life. And now anything after that seems like a blessing. And I am happy, and I'll see my children on Monday. We're just redoing, it's just a different day. So everything's good. Got to see my other kids last weekend, so things don't throw me off. I always think about a blessing rather than a curse, right? Because I am free, I am happy, and that is all that matters. And what was I looking for? Oh, my creative... Oh, God. That's all I'm going to say about that. Like I said, someday I'll tell the story. I started to tell it, and I was like, I don't want to. I just don't feel like reliving it in my mind. Because God knows I do at night. That's when, if you've lost someone or gone through anything, that's when it comes to roost in your life, or comes, certain things trigger it. But I am happy, and I'm lucky to be here, and on my own, and very, very happy, and have wonderful kids and grandkids. So no complaints in my lifetime here. Okay, anyway, here, I found it. This is the Sweet Holiday Wishes from my Creative Time, and I am telling you, I didn't cut all of them out. Some of I just stamped inside the cards, but the cutting of these and the lining up of the dies, if you want good dies and stamps that really coordinate like this, Emma at my Creative Time does an awesome job. I was just so impressed with how those, and I'll show you in a little bit. So here's this one. I'm keeping these flat so they're mailable. Isn't that cute? And then I made one in pink. This is from my CC Designs pack, Merry Christmas paper pad that I don't believe is out anymore. I used this one on one, and then there's little hearts, so you'll see the other one. And I used some washi on there that happened to be hanging out on my desk. That's how life happens for me. And then I had to redo it because the first stamping came out too much to the one side. So yeah, had fun, man. So I colored these penguins in with just a Sharpie because I wanted it pure black. And then I used my Spectrum Noir Tri-Blends. There's another CC Designs, and then I did a plaid. This is the Lumberjack. I love the color, but I don't like that look on that penguin that much, but I'm not gonna not use it. So, and then I used Stampin', or no, I have these that I bought blanks, and they're just cards that blanks at Ben Franklin a long time ago. Big stack of them. So I got those out and used those. Here she is in lavenders and purples. So cute. So each one I just did a different color scheme. And this background pretty paper came from this pack. And it's called Sugar Plums from Recollections. So I used that. CC Designs back there. And then this one I did an oval because I didn't have enough to do a square, so I just cut it in an oval to match, and then this little piece left over. So digital are fun. I just do it on my regular, I can put cardstock through my regular printer. It's a, what is it, HP? It's nothing fancy. So anyway, there's that. Okay, then the next set of cards I did using this little guy from Deep Red. And I got this recently. I don't remember what website, but just put in Deep Red. And I think it was, no, I do know. Gina Marie site. She has Deep Red stamps that she sells for a really good price. So there you go. And he's not very big, but you know, you don't need him to be very big. So sometimes things are too big. So I did color schemes with this one. There's that My Creative Time again. But look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Look at how nicely that cut out and lined up. Oh my gosh. In the background, I took and ran it through this Sizzix dye. I don't have the packaging to know the name. Isn't that gorgeous? And then just the wishing you a Merry Christmas. So there's the teal snowman with the lavenders. Pretty, pretty. Here is the snowman, and I didn't get it out. This is the snowball die, nesting die set from My Creative Time. She's not sponsoring me. I just happen to be using a lot of her stuff. Look at that. I thought this is kind of different for me. It's very busy, but I like how it turned out. Because this is behind the snowman, it works, I think. Little snowflakes. Cute. And then again, same thing on the inside. And here's the snowman cut out in an oval using those waffle flower. And look at that again. Look at that. Those tiny little words. And then this one has a little heart, so I colored that in. I found some striped paper. Oh, and this is a stencil that I showed in a haul recently. I just went over it with picket fence. Oxides, distress, or distress or regular? There's a difference between. Let me see if I can find the darn thing. Distress ink, because I didn't want it to smear. So it's called picket fence. And then I found this in my stash. And I added glitter to this one. This was the first one I did. I just laid down some glue. My Nuvo glue, and then rock candy distress glue, and sprinkle it on there. So very fun. I just been having a good time, keeping busy, keeping my mind off things. Yeah. Okay, then Jaded Blossom. I had colored up this guy, and this is the large gingerbread man from Jaded Blossom. And here he is. And then the large gingerbread girl from Jaded Blossom as well. So I had them sitting over, and I'm like, you know what? I need to put these on cards. So I did. Oh my gosh. And behind, I used, these are also, I believe, from, I don't have the packaging anymore. I think these are also Surprise Creation heart nesting dies. So I found one, and I did these in the larger, what are these, the 5x7 cards. So I made them a couple. So this was loose. I had a scrap of that left. The gingerbread, I believe that's Doodlebug, but I don't quote me. And I got out this classic Christmas. I think I got, I might not have, I don't know when I got it. But it had what I needed on it, so you'll see it in a lot of these cards. But I just think it's so cute how they, and I like that they're two different colors. So yeah, they're a little couple. And that says Merry Christmas and joy and peace. And then this is just little red bows. Washi. Just trying to keep it flat. And then there's that heart again. And then I'd use the little hearts. Sorry, I go too fast. I figure people are bored with my I don't know. See how that has a nice etching, dotted, and X's on the edges. So that's so fun. So I did that one. I did this one. Merry Christmas from that same washi. There's that. And then this, I thought that worked out really good. And then this is like a plaid. These were just loose sheets I had in my stash, so I don't, in my laundry basket of stuff. I think I'm going to keep doing Christmas for at least this week and move into like winter snowman and things, just because I have so much stuff and I haven't, you know, when you work, you know how that is, girls. I don't have time. So I like this had like a slight gingham to it, and that's what I used for the little hearts as well. Now this one I didn't have enough to make a heart center, so I just used that strip and then added the hearts to it. Oh, but I get going and get so into this, I can't sleep. I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, I was trying to go to bed, and I was like, I just had all these ideas going. Does that happen to anybody? Where your mind just starts racing. Plus, I'd taken 2 naps that day. That might have something to do with it. So these two match. I like these. This is another paper I had, an 8.5 by 11. I don't know where it's from. So I really think these turned out so cute, and I used the craft cards and envelopes that I'd gotten in bulk at Michael's. And there's that. And I have no idea what there you go. So yeah, see that print on there? And then I just color in a little heart with a gel pen. Okay, so when I couldn't sleep, I got up and I thought about, I had these napkins, a napkin that I got when I was at my daughter-in-law's parents' house for their Christmas that we celebrated there. Thank you, walkers. Anyway, she had these napkins out, and I was like, I've got to have one of those. I think I might have them. They're from Walmart. I know I've seen them before. I probably haven't. But anyway, that kept going through my head. I wanted to use it. So I decoupaged it onto some of my Anna Griffin red slimline paper, but it didn't, I don't know. There was some bloopers, so I was like, okay, well, what do I have that I can add to that? So I was going through I have all my Christmas stuff all around me up here. And this is the AG Woodland Dyes. And so earlier this year, I had put some together. They cut and emboss at the same time. Got them on HSN, of course. So I had some pieces left. Now I have not finished. I have not added this to a slimline die. So there's that, came from that. Then I have a gingerbread bag of so this was finished in there. So I added it on top of the original gingerbread on the napkin because he just looked creepy. It had glue. It didn't come out good. On top of that dark red wasn't a good idea. And so I added the red. Is that a red cardinal? Yeah. And then this and this. This is Diamond Press. I got their slimline. And what's cool about them is it's big on one side and the same print on the other. And I just edged it with some vintage photo and things to antique it. And there are the red cardinal to pick up that guy. And so there is this, and I found that in my stash. I keep saying that. This is, I got recently, Echo Park Frames and Tags. I don't know which one this is. Gnome for Christmas. Of course, I don't see any gnomes in the pack, but whatever. There must be some. Oh, there he is. I think there's a gnome. So how long do you guys keep up Christmas? Do you take it down right away, done, or do you leave it up? I'm thinking of leaving it up until the first week of January, you know, like through next week. And then I'm going to do winter theme. So, like snowman and pretty white and light, you know, my teals. But let me know, how do you do it? Do you do it for seasonally? Do you decorate? Like, I try to decorate Valentine's Day. I don't really do St. Patrick's Day. Then there's Easter. And then summer, I just do bees and sunflowers. But anyway, how long do you leave up your decorations? Because I really like my decorations. So I'm thinking as long as I'm enjoying them, I'm going to keep them up. But usually I kind of get like, okay, I'm done. A day comes where I'm like, I got to get rid of all this stuff. So we'll see. Anyway, so this is not finished, but this is what I came up with at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I think it turned out really cute. It just needs to be adhered to a slimline card. And I'm assuming slimline, they mail for the same price as regular, right? Then, oh, and here's the, on here, I use little dots, enamel dots. And there's a green one, a red one, there's little buttons. Just kind of used all kinds of stuff that I had, and it kind of went together. I was like, okay, that works. Because I thought, am I going to wake up in the morning, it's late, go, the hell was I thinking? No, I still like it. So I got these at Gina Marie. They're very pretty. They're not, they're crystal-like. They're, you know, not flat. Does that make sense? They're not enamel so much as they are more. So here's her website. It's really kind of weird because it's wholesalecraftingsupplies.com. But if you put in Gina Marie Designs, it's going to lead you to that. So, but yeah, I like the crystal look to these. So, kind of shiny, Christmassy as intended. Okay. Last one, I promise. So I ended up, I had this snowman that I made from a Sizzix die where he's just a silhouette, and I shared him before, and I added character to him. I didn't like just the shadow of him. Oops, I gotta lay these down. So, but he's Timmy. I watched Tim Holtz. He's dangerous to watch, but I just loved, he and, what's his partner's name? Gosh, I am so bad. Strawberry Cream 39. I know it was you. She goes, that was me. Like my last video. Anyway, but anyway, he takes you on a tour. On Friday he did it. And oh my gosh, I got so many good, not that I'm into his style, but he gave ideas of how to pose things and how to make it work, right? And it's just, he's amazing. He claims that he keeps everything in a small, all is seasonal. Unless he shows you the shed that, you know, and how he organized it. It's like, oh my gosh. Amazing. So anyway, I got out. I have a bin over, I keep pointing over there. That's where I have a lot of my stuff. And I have a Tim Holtz bin. So I got out this Ideology 24 backdrops, 24-sided. Took again the packaging. I use the packaging, but cover sheet for putting the snowman on. I love that look. Like straws. Very cool. I need to glue that down better though. And then I found in that pack holly, and again I used a craft card base, but I cut it out with his deco edge. Everything's out because I haven't put anything away. It's dusty, but it works. Deco edged cutting board. Been using that a lot this last few days. And then I have not finished the inside. I haven't put anything on the inside, but I think that turned out really cute. I just don't want to make all this stuff and have it go to waste, right? It's like, okay, Kim, get going. Put it into gear. Get going. Then I have all my frame dies and stuff in these bins back here. I just call it good. Works for me because it's right around me. These are my Christmas dies and stamps. These didn't work out too good. These little black, they break easy. They snap off. Got them at Dollar Tree. So I'll have to redo that someday. But I've got alphabets, so they're kind of in ABC order. And so there's my gnome bags in there with gnome dies and stamps together. And when I say bags, I'm talking Ziploc usually. Let me see if I can come up with... Okay, so here's my gingerbread. And so in there was a finish, that little gingy, so I was able to use them. So I just keep it all together, so that way I'm looking for gingerbread stuff, because I'm not going to remember that I made that little gingy, but if it's in there, I'll more likely use it like I did. Okay, so there you go, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon, because like I said, I got tomorrow to... I'm just going to craft. And snuggle in and just enjoy the day. So whether you're, and I hope, because there's a lot of people out there stuck at airports, I'm just so thankful that my kids are in Florida in a condo and they're safe and sound. They're not stuck in some airport somewhere freezing to death or something. So I am very thankful. I have a lot to be thankful for. So, all right, you guys, take care, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, and Merry Christmas, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.